King-Byng affair was a very important event in Canadian politics that still defines the relationship between the Prime Minister, the man elected to run Canada, and the Governor-General, the Queen's chief representative in Canada. William Lyon Mackenzie King was Prime Minister at the time. He was a Canadian citizen, and when a non-confidence vote, a vote that if you lose your Prime Ministership, threatened his rule, he asked the Governor-General, Julian Hedworth George Byng, to call a new election. Byng denied King's request, which was his legal right. This was the cause of the King-Byng affair, and as a result of Byng's refusal for a new election, he gave the position to the Conservatives and their leader, Arthur Meighen, who shortly after also lost the confidence vote. Meighen also asked Byng to call a new election after he lost the confidence vote, and Byng granted his request. King won this election by campaigning that it wasn't right for someone who's not Canadian to have so much power over Canada and interfere with Canadians' rights to govern themselves. Canada, being in a very nationalistic time, voted for King and gave him a majority. King won some power again, sent Byng back to Britain. The consequences of this affair were big and still affect us today. One of the biggest consequences is that the Governor-General now has to be Canadian and not just British. It also had a hand in the Imperial Conference, which led to the Balfour Report Declaration that Britain and the Dominions were constitutionally equal in status. However, the biggest consequence of the affair is that the Governor-General lost most of his power. After what happened to Byng, no other Governor-General ever challenged a Prime Minister again. You can even see its effect in modern day when in 2008 Prime Minister Stephen Harper asked the Governor-General to prorogue Parliament, which was controversial due to the circumstances, and the Governor-General granted his request.
Created using Powtoon.